Okay, I'm looking at a free trial. This is the second one. The first one I failed. This is the second one. I met my objective. See the commission here? That's huge. I was essentially using a minimum of one lot, using big size to make it work. Now, I had one loss here, but the last one is quite interesting. So currently the objective is $500, but it takes 2 days, minimum of 2 days, trading days to pass as one of the requirements. So here's a trade that I made. Okay, so this is something that I see on a regular basis what trading is, because it can only move this way. There's no other way to move. In trading, there's no other way to move aside from pullbacks and reversals. There's no other way, right? So look, that's a reversal, that's a reversal, that's a reversal, that reversal, 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 reversal. Pullback. Now that's a pullback. See, I got suckered in here, right? So I got in here, I was riding a little bit of gain. All of a sudden it pulled all the way back and hit support here. It hit support, and I saw the reaction here. And then I got in, I added to it. Of course, this essentially drop here was about a 1.5% loss, somewhere around there. So I saw this reacting positively here. This could have been a loser. Okay, but if I put a stop loss right here, I would have gone out right there. Right? I would have exited here, but it bounced here. So I got here. So this is a prime example of, see, trading now is incredibly simple. I was not able to see this in the past, but now I do see it. I see it. Somebody who looks at this should be able to make money like hand over fist on this. But the only unknown in this current presentation, this description is, the only unknown is, how do you distinguish between a pullback and a reversal? You see, this is a pullback, that's a reversal. Okay, this pullback is a miniature version of a pullback. I mean reversal. That's a miniature reversal, but it's called a pullback. That's the only distinction. So how does somebody, because obviously this is support right there. That's obviously support somewhere. Some form or another is essentially representing a support in this region. It's supporting it. Okay, so based on the support, it had a pullback, which is essentially a miniature reversal. And then it dropped, and then it hit here. Fortunately, I could have lost a bunch here. So what I needed to do was put a stop loss right there, right? As soon as there's a stop loss. That is something that I need to practice on my next challenge, okay? On the next challenge, I need to really drill down the concept of stop loss. If I don't have stop loss in there, I could be, I could have stopped this loss right here, because the way that these dynamic movements occur is they float around. They're just, it's up here, dropped here, just like a box. It moves up here, dropped here, and these movements are huge when the big size is being used. So in reality, I thought there was only two things, but essentially there's just one. The pullback is actually a shorter version of a reversal, really, right? It's a shorter version. See, that's a miniature reversal. So everything is a reversal. Everything. A parabolic means the reversal is zero. Okay, to a degree. Within this window, that's a 100% reversal. Within this window, that's like maybe 10% reversal, right? So reversal comes back there. So even here, like goes up, pulls back, and then goes back up. Pulls back, goes back up, pulls back, pulls back. This is something. This is essentially a break and retest kind of a situation, right? So look at that. So I was able to make this within a matter of a few hours. If I look at the time stamp here, it started out 9:26, and now it's at 12:44. So essentially, that's about 3 hours. About 3 hours. It took about 3 hours to pass this. It took about 3 hours to pass. Okay, but there's a minimum of 2 days, but the actual count is 4 days. So this is how it works when I use it the right way, right? When I use it the right way, this is how it's supposed to work out. Although there's one or two that actually I was doing this. It's trading this right here. See right there? I got in here, but that's dangerous as it pulls back. Okay, as it moves in a parabolic manner, and I sold early. That could have gotten me a fairly decent return here. So I'm talking through it. I'm talking through it. I'm talking through it to describe my process in trading. It's a setup that I've discovered, and if I look at here, everything is, see, pull. That's a reversal, reversal, right? Reversal, reversal. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Within a matter of 20 minutes. Within a matter of 20 minutes, I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4 different type possible trades. So I took this trade right there. There's an error here. I bought here and I sold here. But had I kept it all the way to up there, right? Yeah, I mean, we're talking about big size here. So from here to here, that's a big amount. Pull back here, pull back, pull back, pull back, and then goes all the way up to here. So with this single trade, I could have passed and then some, right? Yeah. Look at this one right there. See, I bought it in here. I bought here. That essentially became a 0, and then that gain just set it here. So everything in reality, even a pullback is actually a reversal, but the reversal of a miniature proportion, right? Yeah. See, I should not have traded this on Asian market with my funding pips, which I just lost, which is quite sad. Anyway, so I'm gonna move on to another challenge, and but I have to wait a day to. So if I pass in one day, I can't use the account. Oh well. All right.